Hey, what's up everybody? This is Dave here again. This is going to be my last video of my building my John boat. I don't know, let's just hop right on into it. I did a big jump since last time. I kind of just crunched down and just went at it. I really wanted to do more videos, but screw it, you know. Oh well, sometimes plans don't come together, right? Except for this one. I'm pretty happy with my end result. So let's see here now. So I'll give you just an overall view of everything. Bag of work, nice and low. So I picked up a 4 horsepower 1998 Evinrude, you know, 2-stroke. You know, the guy that I bought it from was a really cool guy out in Columbus, New Jersey. A special thanks to him for making this purchase super easy. So far, I've had a bad taste in my mouth about Craigslist. A lot of people are scammers, or they advertise it as it's running great and it's a piece of shit. But it turns out this was actually a really good motor. He's like, you know, he showed me the receipts for the work he just got done with the new water pump. The cover's a little beat up on it, but that's plastic. That's part of the game here. But when you take the top off, this fucker looks brand new. So, you know, I was originally going to get a 2 horsepower motor, but after watching other YouTube videos and seeing it just putt along, I figured just step it up and get a 4 horse. You know, I considered a 9.9, but I really don't need to go all that fast. You know, I'm good. I just needed to get me to my spot upstream safely without crawling. So 4 horsepower is it's going to be the way to go. I got a 3-gallon gas tank and picked up the fuel line from Walmart. It's pretty cheap. My brother-in-law, he ran all my electronics, which is really cool. It's a special thanks to my brother-in-law, Michael Sweeney. He did an excellent job. He worked on it for 2 days. He didn't cut any corners. We put the gang switch box in here. So everything's lit up. All my adapters are in. There's my pretty wife.
Hello.
So I did an easy connectors with a wing bolt, so I have like one main hot, one main ground, just going to all that. So I'm basically just gonna kind of turn on everything and show you guys what's going on here. Turn off my lights. Turn off that garage light. So I love going for fly-aheads. I love going at night for big old cats. So off the bat, that was the bilge pump. So, the headlights were only $25 on Amazon. They're bright as hell. The navigation light, the LED, I'll shut the headlights off because I'm like blind. Alright. I recommend anybody for, you know, getting the LED lights. It's pretty bright. It works out well. I did 6 interior lights. $5 a piece at Walmart. Well worth the money. It lights up the boat very nicely on the inside. So that way, you know, my passenger can see what they're doing. You know, if you need to retie a rig or anything, you're good to go. And I put some lights in the back here so I can just see what I'm doing with the motor at night. And, you know, if I'm having any issues, I can see what I'm doing. The Striker 4 is hooked up. Thanks, Mom, for buying it for Christmas. She bought it, right? Bad, I don't remember. So, if anybody has any helpful tips on how to work this thing, I appreciate it. I read the manual, but I don't know. I guess I'm slow and I don't really understand it too much. But if y'all can send something to me, I appreciate it. Let's see. Turn on the light, please. So, I mean, overall, I'm really happy with the boat. You know, my son helped out a little bit with some of the primer and paint. I didn't really want him playing with saws because he's not comfortable cutting wood and operating drills, but he was by my side giving me input and feedback. So was my wife, my dad, my neighbor George. Everybody kind of gave their input because I was kind of walking into this blind. And no matter how many YouTube videos you watch, if you're not confident going into doing something, you tend to make mistakes. Go ahead, dear. It's cool. So, anyway. So the way I mounted everything with the lights, I figured I bring them in, I offsetted them over 4 inches. So that way my rod holders will be, nothing will get in each other's way. Everything has just plenty of room. The seats are freaking comfortable. They were well worth the $40 a shot. Don't cheap out in your seats. You deserve to have a comfortable seat, spot to put your ass. I ran all my brother-in-law ran all the wires underneath the carpet. Everything's super clean. There's nothing in my way. I'm really happy with the end result. Again, this is a special thanks to my brother-in-law, Mike Sweeney, my neighbor George, my wife, especially my wife. A lot of guys out there probably know what I'm talking about. Husbands out there, boyfriends. You want to work on something, and you're not spending enough time with the family. You're not doing 50% of the work inside the house or whatever. The past 2 weeks, she afforded me every night to work on this boat. She didn't bother me about it. She didn't complain. She didn't whine. She's a little bothered here and there, but nothing to where it caused a hissy fit. It was pretty cool of her, and I really appreciate her for that. Everybody else that pitched in, like I said, I've sponsored Dave. I kept asking him questions, what he thought, as well as my boss, Henry. Thanks for, giving me his input. Kept sending everybody pictures about, hey, how's this look? How's this look? How's this look? Because I was so concerned about not only this, the aesthetics of it and the structure. I just wanted to make sure overall it looked good and clean. I didn't want to go overboard. I didn't want to put a deck. I'm sorry, I did want to put a deck, but, I want my passenger to sit comfortably with the legs bent. You know what I mean? I didn't want to sit there and have to post it up high because then you're top heavy. It's only a 39-inch wide John boat, so there's really not all that much to stand on. So, overall, I think it looked good. The bilge pump is hooked up. It's hardwired right to a switch, so that way these cheap bilge pumps don't have a floater. So, manually turning it on, I'm down with that. Yeah, I had the transducer originally mounted on my trolling motor, but the problem is I got the gas motor, so I guess I got to figure out a way to mount the trolling motor up in the front or maybe to the side, so that way, it'll be cool. I'm not sure about that yet, but the 4 horsepower motor, I can run it low and troll around where I need to go. It's not a gas hog, so I'm not really too concerned about that. Maybe what I'll do is take that off, and when I go to Marsh Creek or something like that, I'll hook up a trolling motor so it's quiet, and I can troll my lures behind me from Muskie in November. So, again, if anybody has any feedback or comments, I appreciate it. Y'all take it easy, all right? Bye.